use sort of recognized terminology that basically the contractors understand when you're explaining things? There's certain ways to identify that it's very understandable in pictures. You do these very thorough, detailed reports.
We a typical, and again, I hate to mention the size of a typical report because we are specifically us. We are completely against the quantity versus quality. So we really try to make it, because I've seen, different people try to make it as comprehensive as possible. Guess what? It gets very confusing because our report was identified as one globally. We use, of course, a cloud-based software and so on. It was identified as one of the top 5 softwares globally to use for property inspection. The whole idea is that the inspection report has to be very clear and as short as possible to get the contractor and the owner to understand what is the issue, what's the root cause, and what is the recommendation going forward. And when we say recommendation, because we don't do invasive testing, as I mentioned earlier, so we're like, I'll give you a metaphor again to get people to understand what is property inspection, back to the, and then I'll go back to what I was talking about. But basically, property inspectors is like family physicians. Think about it this way. We're a general practitioner, engineers that know a little bit about everything, but we're not a specialized certified electrician. We're not a specialized certified plumbers, and so on and so forth. So guess what? When we go to family physician, internal medicine, you go and you know what? I have a stomach ache. They don't do invasive tests, meaning they will not do themselves an endoscopy or, got my point?
Yeah.
What they do is they check, and if it's something that they can identify, they will. If not, and if it's something complicated and they couldn't see, maybe they will order a scan, like X-ray. That's exactly what we do, because we have cameras that scans, and we can read the scans basically, and we see what goes behind the ceilings and so on and so forth. But at one point in time, he will say, you know what, I'll refer you to a gastroenterologist or a neurosurgeon or whatever. And this is where they will take a biopsy. These are the invasive tests. Exactly the same metaphor. I'm sorry to give it.
It actually explains it really well to then pass on.
So we're the generalists that are trained and know a little bit about everything in the home. You know what? The other alternative to bringing
5 companies.
Exactly. Get 5 companies. Absolutely.
Everybody together.
They will even do a better job, but get, a specialized certified electrical company, a plumber, a structural engineers, an HVAC company. Yes, they will do even a better job. But that's exactly back to the metaphor. When you feel tired of any sort of, headache or a stomach ache, or do you go and check
don't need to go to that extent first.
You start with a general practitioner, and that's what property inspectors are all about.